What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Octagon Jordan. We are here to dive into Dana White. Big old baldy boy, baby. Recently announcing some banger matchups. Now, there's a lot to get to. This video in particular is going to be dedicated to the co-main event at UFC 314 in Miami, Florida. We got Michael Chandler, Mr. Chandler, against Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. 5-round co-main event. Whoa! I'll see you at the top! Now, I got a lot of thoughts on this matchup, who's going to win this matchup, how it's going to play out. This is one of the more exciting matchups that Dana White announced. Of course, we had the Volkanovski-Diego Lopez matchup for the undisputed featherweight championship. Now, that has a lot of fallout details to it. Obviously, Ilia Topuria going up to lightweight. Who's going to fight at lightweight? Islam Makhachev, Charles Oliveira, Dustin Poirier. What's going on with Ilia Topuria? We're getting Volkanovski-Lopez for the undisputed strap. All right, cool, great, awesome. JDM versus Bilal Muhammad, UFC 315, Montreal, Canada. All right, not a bad scrap, not a decent fight. I don't know what's going on with Shavkat. I guess Ian Gary ripped up his ACL. But the fight that I'm most excited about is Michael Chandler, Mr. Chandler, against Paddy Patrick Pimblett. 5-round co-main event in Miami, Florida. These guys match up perfectly. I think they're at perfect spots, perfect timelines of their careers to intersect and to clash with one another. I think stylistically, it's going to be a very fun fight. I think the build-up is going to be great. I think Paddy Pimblett is going to be talking all sorts of shit on Michael Chandler's bitch ass for sitting out 2 years to fight a coked out cocaine Conor McGregor and never get in the fight just to get his ass smacked by Charles Oliveira for the second time. Somehow Michael Chandler's ranked 7th in the division. I have no fucking idea how. His last win was Tony Ferguson in 2022. Tony fucking Ferguson. Tony Ferguson is 42 years of age, fighting in the GFL right now. And that's Michael Chandler's last win. He's coming off a number one contenders fight, and they're giving him Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. Paddy Pimblett has been showing up a lot of people's opinions. He's been showing up and showing out. His fight against Bobby Green was fucking awesome. I called it. Me, Octagon Jordan. Go back and watch the prediction video. Everyone's like, oh, Bobby Green, he's such a sniper on the feet. He's got very crisp, very technical boxing. He's got a great jab. He's very athletic. He's very fast. Paddy Pimblett keeps his chin up, and his striking's not really that good. Go back and watch my prediction video for UFC 304. Go check it out. Go check it out. I said this is a terrible matchup for Bobby Green. Paddy Pimblett is way bigger than him, way more athletic than him, younger than him, way better grappler, stronger on the floor. We saw what Islam Makhachev did to Bobby Green. Now, Paddy Pimblett is not Islam Makhachev. I understand that. I get that. But Paddy Pimblett is a beast on the ground. His jiu-jitsu is second to none. He put Bobby Green out fucking cold. Stiff as a board. And broke his fucking arm at the same time. Yeah, it's going to be a fucking crazy fight. Great build-up. I love the characters. Michael Chandler's career is kind of, see you at the bottom. Paddy Pimblett is fucking skyrocketing. His skills are getting better. I feel like he's getting bigger. His last couple fights, I feel like he was huge in there. You know, Tony Ferguson obviously bullied Tony Ferguson around. Bobby Green just completely fucking killed Bobby Green. Left him in a pool of his own, consciousness, I guess you could say. His own thoughts, his own fucking fantasy world. And I saw it coming. Paddy Pimblett is so overrated just because he had a couple fights where he kept his chin up and he broke his ankle against Jerry Gordon and didn't have any mobility and couldn't go to the grappling, and it turned him into a one-dimensional kind of brawling style fighter. A lot of people hold that against Paddy Pimblett, but that was a one-off. Paddy Pimblett is a fucking stud. Here he is when Bobby Green does his dumb shit into the octagon. Paddy Pimblett, stone cold. Stone cold. That's one thing you can't say about Paddy Pimblett. He ain't no bitch. Okay? He's going to stand in there and stare at you like Alex Pereira. intense as a motherfucker, and he's huge for 155. I think he's the biggest 155er, outside of maybe Islam Makhachev. I got him, Islam, Jalen Turner, Arman Tsarukyan. I think those are probably the top 4 biggest lightweights. Paddy Pimblett is massive for lightweight. Him looking at Bobby Green, he looked like a completely different weight class. It looked like Bobby Green was a fucking bantamweight in there. I was not surprised when Paddy Pimblett, well, actually, Bobby Green shot on Paddy, but I wasn't surprised when Paddy Pimblett completely bitched him on the floor, out-muscled him, and outworked him. Wasn't surprised in the slightest. The Chandler matchup's interesting, but let's look at this real quick. Let me take a chug of my brewski here. I poured up this entire beer for you guys. I'm going to try and drink the whole thing by the end of this episode. It's going to be hard to do because I already stalled out for about 5-6 minutes here. We're off to a good start. Let me just mute this. Look at Paddy. Orange shorts, braids. Doesn't give a fucking bullocks about Bobby Green. Whoop, there you are, Bobby. Here's Bobby. Plenty of life in his body, plenty of energy, plenty of, activities, hopping around. He's excited to be there. Woo! And there you go, Bobby. There you go, Bob. And then a couple minutes later, you're Bobby. There's our boy Bobby. I'm so happy to be here. You're going to get fucked up. Nobody does that to Bobby Green, bitch. Fucking nobody. What? Michael Chandler, you fucking blow. Michael Chandler's 2-4 in the UFC. How does Michael Chandler win fights? Well, let's take a look. First and foremost, Paddy Pimblett in the orange shorts, the famous orange shorts, the patented orange Paddy shorts. I mean, this guy's been on a tear since he joined the UFC. Lost a couple in Cage Warriors, but again, he was down a weight class in this one. I think this one right here was 145 featherweight. Holy shit, how the fuck did Paddy Pimblett ever make featherweight is beyond me. That's absurd, insane. Absolutely fucking insane. He has a decision win over Julian Erosa. That's aged pretty well. Julian Erosa is still in the UFC. Juicy J, we all know Julian Erosa. Teddy Violet beat his ass. We're getting to when Paddy was real young at this point. Jack Drabel. He lost an anaconda choke when he was, 12 years old at this point. Then we go up. Nadarimi. Okay, lost the decision. He was a 145er at this point. I mean, how the fuck is Paddy Pimblett making 145? He could barely make 155. Nadarimi hasn't done much. He beat Paddy Pimblett. Then as soon as he beat Paddy Pimblett, he went to the UFC, got a UFC win. Anderson Dos Santos, another UFC win. Mike Grundy knocked him the fuck out, and then Grant Dawson destroyed him. Yeah, ever since then, Paddy Pimblett, Soren Bach. Decision lost to Soren Bach. That was at 155. He was a slight underdog in that one. But again, that was 7 years ago at this point. That was when Paddy was 20 years old against Soren Bach, who I'm pretty sure got popped for steroids. I'm pretty sure Soren Bach got popped for steroids. And then he went to the UFC. Well, he had a couple more wins in Cage Warriors. Luigi Vendramini fucked his bitch ass up. Rodrigo Vargas, rear naked choke. Jordan Levitt, rear naked choke. Jordan Levitt, a great grappler. Jared Gordon, unanimous decision. Okay, a lot of people thought he lost the Jared Gordon fight. Whatever, he broke his ankle. Tony El Kakui Ferguson completely bitched him. I know Tony Ferguson was on a losing streak. Who cares? Bitched him. Threw him around. It's not like Michael Chandler where he was getting pieced up in the first round, bloodied under the eye, and then, just land a crazy front kick and KO'd Tony Ferguson. No. Dominated Tony Ferguson for all 3 rounds. Unanimous decision, 30-27 on all 3 judges' scorecards. Wasn't bleeding. Wasn't battered by Tony Ferguson. Did not drop the first round like Michael Chandler did. King Green, Bobby Green, yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for showing up. Here's your show purse. Get the fuck out of here. Take your fucking elbow with you, or I'm taking it home with me. Now he's going up against Michael Chandler, Mr. Chandler. Michael Chandler has had one shitty-ass run in the UFC. He came in, he beat Dan Hooker. Ever since then, he is 1-4. 1-4 in the UFC since his debut win. 1-4. So he's won one fight since January 2021. Look at that bullshit. Charles Oliveira, KO. Justin Gaethje, dominated him, almost KO'd him. Beat Tony Ferguson after dropping the first round with a lucky front kick. Dustin Poirier, got him out of there. Submission. Charles Oliveira rematch. Fucking dominated him. Destroyed him. Michael Chandler should not be this high in the lightweight rankings. He should be number 15. He should be with the Benoit Saint-Denis of the world. He should be with the Yoel Alvarez's of the world. The fact that he's at number 7, above Renato Moicano, above Beneil Dariush, is a fucking insult. It's embarrassing that Michael Chandler is ranked number 7. He's won one fight since 2021, January 2021. Michael Chandler has won one fucking fight, and he's number 7 in the world. It's 2025. It's 2025 now. It's 2025. 4 years. He's won one fucking fight. He's ranked number 7. I'm taking Paddy Pimblett in this matchup 100%. I think he submits Michael Chandler in the second round. I think the first round, Michael Chandler's going to be strong. He's going to shuck off Paddy Pimblett. Might land a couple shots. Paddy Pimblett's got a hell of a chin on him. Great chin. He's a fucking massive 155er. He's 30 years of age. Michael Chandler's 38 years old. He's over the hump. He's on the back nine. Guy has one win since January 2021. Is 1-4 in his last 5 UFC fights. He has no technique. He has no submissions. He has no kicks, no head kicks. He needs to land the hooks. He needs to land the right hook, the left hook. That's his only chance. He needs to land the hooks. He's not gonna knock out Pimblett with a jab. He's not going to knock out Pimblett with a head kick. He's not going to rear naked choke Paddy Pimblett. He's not going to arm bar Paddy Pimblett. He has one singular chance of winning this fight. Hook. Right hook, left hook to the chin. First round, maybe second round. Then he's going to get tired. Then he's going to get bitched. And he's going to get dominated. Paddy Pimblett is younger. He's more athletic than Michael Chandler at this point. He's got way better submissions than Michael Chandler at this point. He's got way better transitions, way better grappling, better gas tank. I think he's got better technique with the punches. I think he throws straighter punches. I think they're similar in chin. I've never seen Paddy Pimblett get chinned. We've seen Michael Chandler be chinned by Patricio Pitbull, Charles Oliveira, Justin Gaethje almost chinned him, Dustin Poirier almost chinned him. I got Paddy Pimblett dominating this fight. Maybe having a couple hairy situations in the first round. He might get clipped, similar to the Jared Gordon fight. But he's got a hell of a chin on him. He's not going fucking anywhere. And I see him rear naked choking Michael Chandler in the second round. Here's Michael Chandler's reaction to the fight. This guy, always a cornball. Just so forced. Everything with Michael Chandler is forced. See you at the top. Workout of the day. Fucking grab the bootstraps and fucking do this and that, and I believe, and if you do everything right, everything happens for a reason, and fucking McGregor, blah, 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 blah. See you at the top.
Very fast. I was on a vacation last week, got a call, and said, hey, what do you think about fighting Paddy Pimblett in April? And I said, well, Hunter, April's only 8 weeks away. I like to put down about 4 weeks.
Well, Hunter, April's only 8 weeks away. I like to put at least 4 weeks down before my 8-week training camp. So it's a 12-week training camp. What are you talking about? I like to bank at least 4 weeks prep before my 8-week training camp. So you like a 12-week training camp. A 12-week training camp is what you're saying. You started training for the McGregor fight in January of 2023 and left your family. Now you're bitching about 8 weeks notice? Well, I'd really like 4 weeks to prep for my 8 weeks of prep. Wouldn't we all, Chandler? I would love 2 weeks of relaxation before 2 weeks of prep to prep for my routine of prepping for my rehearsal to then do the actual show. That would be great. That'd be awesome. I would love a prep, and then rehearsal, and then relax, and then prep again, and practice, and then go. That'd be sick. I would love it. Fuck off.
Training before I go into an 8-week camp. let me think about it. Next day, flew to Vegas, sat down with him in his office. We talked through everything, and we've made the decision. Fighting Paddy Pimblett, Miami, April 12th.
We made the decision. Well, you were off for 2 years. You're 38 and a half. You're 38 and a half years of age. You were just off for 2 fucking years from 36 to 38. We made the decision. What was the decision? No, we're turning this down. Nope. Thanks, Hunter. Thanks for the opportunity. Thanks for the opportunity. Thanks for the fucking opportunity. I just need some fucking opportunity. Hunter, appreciate the opportunity. I'm going to have to turn it down. I don't have my 4 weeks of pre-camp prep to prep for my training camp, to prep for the fight. I need at least 12 weeks. I fought once in the last 2.5 years. I'm 1-4 in my last 5 since January 2021. I made the decision. I'm fighting Paddy Pimblett in Miami. See you at the top. No shit, dude. What are you talking about? If you don't have an injury, you're going to fucking fight. What are you talking about? You get another 5-round co-main event on a pay-per-view. Michael Chandler is 1-4 since January 2021. 1-4 with 2 stoppage losses to Dustin Poirier and Charles Oliveira, and he's getting a 5-round pay-per-view co-main event. Who the fuck is 1-4 and gets a 5-round pay-per-view co-main event? Maybe Nate Diaz, Conor McGregor. I don't know. I have no idea. Justin Gaethje, potentially. It's just insane. The Dana White privilege that this guy gets is absurd. I don't understand it. Makes no sense to me whatsoever. But I love the matchup. Great stylistic matchup. 2 funky weirdos. Paddy Pimblett has his weird audience. Michael Chandler's a freak show. We're going to have them going back and forth at the press conference. Chandler's going to be yelling out motivational, speeches, motivational sentences, motivational quotes. Oh, my God, see you at the top. You got to fight your demons. Everything happens for a reason. It made me a better man. Paddy Pimblett's going to say, you fucking sausage. You fucking sausage. You're an absolute fucking sausage, Odie. Fuck you, you sausage. You're an absolute fucking queer bag. Fucking bitch. See you at the top. McGregor fucking hates you. He's doing cocaine and hanging out with Jake and Logan Paul, you little fuck. Sausage. And I got Paddy Pimblett submitting Michael Chandler in the second round. I think he's going to be too strong, too athletic. Michael Chandler's old as balls. He's 1-4 since 2021. And he kind of sucks at this point in time. So, fuck off, Michael Chandler. Hopefully you lose this. They throw you in there with Benoit Saint-Denis. They throw you in there with Yoel Alvarez. They throw you in there with whoever the fuck they got. Ilia Topuria, for all I care. Michael Chandler, you suck. Get out of the rankings. I'm taking Paddy Pimblett in this one. I'll see y'all in Miami. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Down the hatch.